50 years of FPS games. So I'm gonna play some of the most iconic FPS games of all time. The irony being, this is gonna cause the real drama, because I'm gonna leave out some of your favorite games. You're gonna wish I was dead. This is what I call the classic era of gaming. When you think of FPS, you probably think of VALORANT, you probably think of, like, you know, whatever. But the very first grandfather of gaming, grandfather FPS games, Doom! Get mad! We're playing Doom. Let's see if it's overrated or not. All the old heads might get mad, but I'm gonna be judging some of the classic FPS games based off of how I feel about them. Some of you scientists in the chat might realize I can't look down or up. In these classic games, a lot of them you just look side to side. Like, I can't aim up. I can kill him just by aiming in his direction. What? Oh, this is an elevator. Let's go! I beat the hangar! Let's fucking go, man. That was a good speed run. Here's what I will say about this game. Unfortunately, it's so fucking good still. I get how ugly it looks, but I just love, like, the sounds, the music, the shooting. It's still genuinely so good. Can you turn bobbing off? That is so cute. Back in the day, there were no accessibility options in any game. Like, sorry, you can't turn off, like, chromatic aberration. There's no fucking option settings. No map, too. Write that down in our notebook. We kind of have to guess and check. Uh-oh. Oh, exploding barrels! Write that down. That's a huge score. The barrels explode. That's a huge plus. The first exploding barrels in video game history. Is that right? Maybe not. But do I sound confident saying it? Absolutely. All right, go. Easy! Yeah, politicians back in the day would say these types of games would cause kids to be violent. Like, they would say this on TV. This is scary? Doom, 1993, everybody. I think that's still a classic. It's still a winning formula in my mind. The grandfather of FPS games. But FPSs got even better. 3 years later, 1996, another FPS came out. An FPS that's actually been in the news recently. In fact, some people, prominent people, brag about how good they were in this one. I'm talking about none other than Quake. Quake 1. So you can instantly tell it's only 3 years later, but you can aim up, down, you can move. Another huge thing, you can jump. The controls by default are right click to go forward. Okay, this is for registered users only. Play episode 1, then call 1-800-IT-GAMES. Can you believe that? You'd have to call the publisher when you have a CD key. This is the shareware version. Okay, I am pretty good at this. People call me the Elon Musk of Quake 1.
Can we skip this old shit and get to Fortnite already?
My movement is insane. In fact, a lot of people call this the first movement shooter. But, like, to the Zoomers in the chat, does this look very similar to the last game to you? Or does it look slightly better? You know, I think, frankly, Doom is more stylized. But the shooting in this game is way better. Like, it's not even comparable. Oh, a different enemy variation, huh? Is that a boss? I would say this is very good. They perfected Quake 1 later, but I think it's like a solid 8 out of 10. They did a lot of things amazing. Okay, next, to round out our classic era, what game do you think came out 1 year later? Just one single year later. We're playing GoldenEye, baby! Look at these hot characters. Ooh, baby, you see those triangles? God damn. This is like the game I think people look back on so fondly, and then you look at what it looked like and you're like, really? I remember this being so cinematic and so insanely good looking, and then you like look at a game and it's just like this. This is merely 4 years from Doom. To move forward, up. To move back, down. Left and right is this. But you can't do two things at once. You have to go forward, turn. Go forward, turn. But your gun cannot move up or down. It's back to the classics. Z is to shoot. It's one stick. A one stick FPS. There's also an aim mode if you hold R, but the stick is so sensitive. The sniper, I remember, like, you think there's gonna be a scope, right? Nope. This is the sniper. Hell yeah. I think this is the first game that's so aesthetic and vibes. I hate using that word. The music is perfect. The gun sounds are perfect. The shooting, like, I'm being shot by someone that's not on the screen right now. Like, I don't know how to kill him. He's not even on my screen. He hasn't spawned. But I forgive it because of... this. Ooh, baby. Instantly forgive it. Holy shit. Instantly forgive it. Here's a hot take. I think this is better than Doom and Quake. Absolute shit take. Alright, let's try sniping. What the f***? A gate just closed on me. Ooh! That's a headshot. How about we just don't scope? Alright, GoldenEye, ladies and gentlemen, GoldenEye! I'm gonna give that 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Just something about this game is special, and I can't articulate properly why. That's a 10 out of 10 for me, sorry. And that came out only 4 years after Doom. So that was the rounding out the classic era of gaming. Next, we enter a different era. The refinement process. Enter a real fucking paradigm shifter. Try not to cringe challenge. Half-Life 1. So I want you to remember the games that we just saw. How you click A, you're in the fucking game. The music's playing, your heart's pumping, you're shooting baddies, you're going room to room, you're clearing it. In comes the Half-Life 1 era. You start the game on a motherfucking train. A tram ride. Going... not somewhere fun, you're going to work.
The time is...
it was the first game to really try to, like, give you some sense of intrigue. It's for immersion. You're like, oh, what are they working on? Where are we going? What's going to be the conflict? I bought this for Christmas. Why the f do I not have a gun? What is that missile? What do I do for work? Are you 50 years old? Yeah, I am. Hi.
Can we do this later?
Okay, another thing that Half-Life really revolutionized was you can click E on everything, and something will happen.
Sorry, I'm on duty, mister.
Like, that is... that we take that for granted now. You hit E on everything. You can pick up objects, throw them, put this shit on someone. Basically ruin the whole game. Hit E on everything. E! Open this computer! Hit E on this! E on this! The things, the buttons start moving! We go here, we hit E! E! What does this button do? I'm hitting E on this. The alarm goes off! We go ahead! We keep going! We go going! Talk to this guy! E! My hairline! You go over here! Can I open this door? E! It's locked! E on the microwave.
My God, what are you doing?
Can you imagine seeing this after Quake or Doom? Like, go up to a soda machine, E.
I wonder
A soda comes out. I don't think, like, people realize how revolutionary that was back in the day. And that's why this is, like, one of my favorite games of all time. This is a easy 10 out of 10 for me. Easy. One of the best games of all time. It doesn't give the player what they want, but it slowly, like, Ivy drips you the best shit ever. Slowly and slowly and slowly. So then when you do get a like gun, it feels so good. Half-Life 1, baby. Valve does it again. And I have a gambling problem. That Half-Life came out in 1998. This came out 1 year later. And it started off as a mod. It's not even a full game. Counter-Strike 1.6. This started as a Half-Life 1 mod. Some guy saw the Half-Life engine and said, I'm gonna make a tactical shooter. And then Valve bought it and released their version of it. This is what Counter-Strike used to look like. Can you believe it? Well, this is just a deathmatch, obviously. I do want to get into a regular, like, pub. Now, this is, like, what people really look fondly at because the movement of Half-Life was so sick. A little bit of a change. In this game, you have to buy ammo. In modern Counter-Strike, you don't have to worry about ammo. In this game, however, you only get one clip. This was created by a guy. A lot of people forget that. This whole institution of Counter-Strike has one leader. It was like Stardew Valley. There's just a guy who made this, like, out of Half-Life. Okay, yeah, this game sucks ass. This game actually sucks ass, man. Oh, I got one! I mean, something about this game was so addicting and good. You die so quick and you get rewarded for skill. And you can, like, brag to your friends. The maps were awesome. The map design was good. Just Half-Life modding was so great. Oh, you can also buy night vision goggles. They stopped doing that in Counter-Strike as well. Ooh! Okay, Counter-Strike 1.6, everybody. I hate being this guy. 10 out of 10. This is another 10 out of 10. Like, this game mode hasn't changed. That's how competent it is. The 5 versus 5. But, like, this looks very similar to Counter-Strike, right? Alright, well, that game, actually. That was the first mod that came out and was hugely successful. And that was 1999. So that was within the span of 6 years from the first game of Doom in 93. 6 years! And then, you guys are gonna freak out about this one. This came out 2 years later. An iconic first-person shooter. Chills, broski, chills. Halo Combat Evolved.
Touchdown! Hit it, Marines!
So, why I think this game is particularly special is because it solved the problem of making interesting shooters on the console. Because you don't have to have the most precise Counter-Strike aim to get kills. Look how big my f***ing crosshair is. Like, I'm holding mouse 1, generally looking at the area, you know, of someone. Generally, especially with the assault rifle. You don't have to aim at all, you just go... And it's still so f***ing fun.
Somebody order a warthog!
A warthog! It's almost like when I played this, it was so unbelievable. So many, like, people, millennials, spent so many f***ing hours in this shit, man. And the music, like, every f***ing song hits so hard. If you hit tab, it switches to OG visuals. This is OG! This is modern! This is the remaster. I think the remaster looks worse. This is the OG. Halo 1 Combat Evolved, everybody. I hate to be this guy. 10 out of 10. Halo 1 is so unbelievably special. Like, going from the difference between Counter-Strike and Halo 2, it's like 2 different games in the same genre. And then came the competitive FPS flourish. So at the current year, we're in 2001. Now, we are in 2004. 3 years later. Now, I could have shown you Half-Life 2, but I think it'd be so much more special to watch Counter-Strike Source. This was extremely controversial. A lot of pros didn't switch over to Source. They didn't like it. I, however, loved it growing up. They just said the movement wasn't right. You know, there's something missing. It felt too floaty. But
Smoke long, go mid to...
I'm scared.
Smoke long, mid to...
Uh-oh, don't slur. Please don't slur, man. This was my childhood game. And one thing that we lost in the more recent Counter-Strikes, we lost the art of the pub. Like, nobody plays in servers like this anymore. It's always 5 versus 5. Or, like, competitive. But there were so many amazing mods within Counter-Strike, like Zombie mod, Jailbreak mod, Surf, KZ, just a whole bunch. RPG, gun game. And now it seems like everyone just wants to be a pro, pretend to be a pro gamer. I'm so bad. I'm so bad now. Okay, would you guys believe me if I said I used to be so unbelievably good at this game? You have to believe me. How'd you guys find my server? Wait, how'd you guys fucking find this shit? Bros in... Oh god. I'm scared. I forgot about custom skins. Or custom sprays was a thing. Are you anti-boobs? No, I'm pro-boobs. Brave take. I'll say it. I'm not scared to say it. Here we go. This is why I'm a pro. Oh, there was also this pistol, which was later replaced with the P250. W, another kill. They added a lot to CSGO that made it easier to track. But this is Counter-Strike Source, everybody. The movement, incredible, in my opinion. A lot of people didn't like it. Though I do think that the difference between, like, Go is so good. And I think a lot of my fondness for this is nostalgia. That's why I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. So this game was, I added to the list because I think it's really special because it's a not as competitive as much as a party shooter game. This is some of the most fun you can have. Still to this very day, playing an FPS with friends. It still is. It just rules. And I mean, it sounds like there's someone in the chat said, your whole list is a list of Valve games. But I think Valve in particular just understood how to make not only like an interesting game, but a fun game. Hello. Dude, just mowing down these bozos. I wish Back for Blood was better. But yeah, I think this is pretty good. Left 4 Dead. I think we're good with this one. I would give this I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Not a full 10 out of 10. The 9 is because it was a good derivative of, like, there's just so many other amazing games, you know? Like, I can't give everything a 10 out of 10. It just wasn't as impactful as, like, a game like Half-Life. But I just loved it. And Left 4 Dead 2 kind of perfected it, in my opinion. Okay, and then the final one of competitive FPS is Flourishing. This came out in 2009. I wasn't able to install it, but I have to show this to you. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. This game, I think, was really good because they took Modern Warfare 1, made the progression a lot more better, and made the shooting feel so f***ing good. It's the best Call of Duty of all time. It was so successful that they started making like 5 of these a year, it feels like. Like, it just feels, it was so seamless and smooth. This game wasn't going for like realism. It was going for having a satisfying kill, like making sure it feels good to kill someone. The kill streaks were fun. The multiplayer was fun. This also spawned a lot of streamers. Let's just say they were forged in the lobbies of Modern Warfare 2. And they came out exactly as you think they did. By the way, I know a lot of you guys don't remember the story of Call of Duty. Correct me, Call of Duty nerds. The story is you are undercover working with these Russian terrorists, but you're secretly an American agent. You're so undercover, you're killing innocent people. Can you believe it? Like, you're so f***ing undercover that you're gunning down an airport. And you just walk through the airport killing people. And then it ends with a massive twist. These are you and the fellow terrorists. Oh, they knew. The American thought he could deceive us. It's so goofy, man. But the gunplay was just so fucking good, man, in that whole game. So that was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which rounds out the competitive FPS Flourishing, the mid to late 2000s. And then we enter a new era, the 2010s. Battlefield 3. I was a Battlefield 2 kid, but I got so obsessed with this game. I thought it was such a wonderfully put together game. The campaign was fun. The music, the gunplay. It was just, the new era of 2010 was just put 1 million people in a server and everything is open. Dude, the sensitivity is so high. Like, look at the lighting. Like, this is like, it holds up. Like, graphics just f***ing peaked. Like, in a big way. If this came out today, I think it, you know, it still holds up quite well. Kill him! Quick time event, baby. We never grew out of it. Here's what I will say. This campaign was not as good as Battlefield Bad Company 2. But this, in terms of the gameplay, the leap between Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 3 was so insane that I think, like, this deserves a spot. But yeah, I think that's good. I think this is a good little look into Battlefield 3. More cinematic, the guns feel good, super massive action fighting game. I give this an 8 out of 10. I was gonna include the next game to be, that came out a year later, Far Cry 3, but I'm not including it out of protest of the Ubisoft launcher. Okay, I'm not gonna install. I tried so hard to use Ubisoft Connect and it did not work. Therefore, you do not make the list. Sorry. But a lot of people don't know this. In the same year of Battlefield 3, another special game came out, 2011. Portal 2, which I still think is one of the best games of all time. It's a first-person game that's a puzzle. I count this as an FPS game, and it's my fucking stream. This is an FPS puzzle game, and I count it. This had like some of the best characters, dialogue. Sometimes you don't understand what makes a voice actor special until you actually hear a good voice actor perform in a video game. Another example is the Mass Effect series. Like, I remember playing Mass Effect 2 and being like, holy shit, these voice actors are so fucking good. Oh! Of course, dude, of course. Now I'm thinking with portals, baby. And now I go like this. Ooh! I am so smart.
Well done.
Another thing that I think was underrated, the music of Portal was so fucking weird. I just loved it. There was that other character as well, Wheatley, that I think was just like incredible.
For that function.
Uh-oh.
Get lost. Who are you?
I'm a fucking genius. Yeah, that's Portal 2. Yeah, Stephen Merchant was an amazing Wheatley. Gladys was amazing. I had to include Portal 2. I still think this is one of the best games of all time. One of the best single-player experiences you can ever have. I give this a 10 out of 10. I'm a Valve fanboy. Okay, this next pick. This is going to be very... I think this is a sleeper. This, I think, is still one of the most underrated games that I think should be revered as a classic. No, it's not Plants vs. Zombies. Titanfall 2. This game was so incredible and was so clearly inspired Apex. It's the same company, Respawn, who made Apex Legends. And Apex was the game that took off. But Titanfall 2 was something so fun, so good.
Of all the things
it was
I've
just
seen
an amazing
on the
campaign.
Battlefield to the frontier.
Criminally
Fast and
underrated.
agile.
This game did not sell well, but I'm not
Graceful.
ranking the best-selling
Yet
games.
devastating.
I'm ranking the best. You know, I think this game looks great too. A little bit of a downgrade from Battlefield 3 though. The movement of this game is so sick.
Isn't it? Inspired by my home department.
Oh,
This
sorry.
is where I grew up.
So cool, isn't it? It's so cool. It's so similar to Apex Legends. It's just shocking.
Good.
Like, it just feels like I'm playing an Apex mod. Alright, time to speedrun.
Part time is 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Gotta do better than that to continue.
Please.
Violet Death strike a balance in combat. Hit your target. The gauntlet is where we practice.
What? You can't touch the floor? I didn't know. I didn't know. Look at the world record. All right, let's do it. 10 seconds.
Okay. Aggressive rifleman.
Jesus Christ. But a game that lets you do that is a good thing. Like bunny hopping. It's a cool thing. Don't get rid of movement, man. It's so fucking sick. Incredible game. The movement's unrivaled. The story is unrivaled. That, my friends, is a 10 out of 10. Okay, and then there's one more in the 2010s that I want to show you guys. Titanfall 2 came out 2016. This came out in the same year, 2016, but it's still categorized in the, in the 2010s era of the FPS renaissance. It is none other than Doom 2016. This, and remember, we played the first Doom so early. And like, look at what they turned my game into.
Contain this.
I like it how it's the same energy as the first Doom. Yeah, they just like captured it so well. It's like how I remember the first Doom looking. It's from an hour ago. No, I mean when I was a kid playing Doom 1. Doesn't that like replenish your ammo or something? If I'm remembering correctly? Or it gives them drops? Hell yeah, rip them apart. Come on, get the music going. Baka bone, baka bone.
Demonic presence at unsafe.
Hell yeah, brother. It's so violent. Ew. Yeah. Whoa, man. So freaking cool. This is such a boy, like. It's such like it's like what a lot of people envision that like boys play. It's such like a ooh fucking guns and blood and guts. Checkpoint reached. Is there okay? I think this is good. Doom 2016. I just loved it. The story was good. The movement is good. The shooting is good. They took everything good about Doom 1 and they brought it back. And this is a time when people were super sour on a campaign FPS. And that's why I give Doom a 9 out of 10. Incredible. Incredible. All right, that's the end of the 2010s era. And now we're in the modern era. This one is, I have to include it. Like, I have to include it. Am I happy about it? Maybe. But it's a history. It's like, it's such a staple. It's Valorant. This game is, listen, I know I have a chat of Redditors and haters just like me. Soy, whatever, like just like me. But we have to give credit where credit is due. Valorant has basically created such a uniquely, like, such a massive FPS. Like, it's like the biggest FPS ever. And it got a lot of new people into the genre. It has to be on this list. That was awesome. So many, like, normal people. It did what Counter-Strike could never do. It is to what Counter-Strike is as League is to Dota. It was a more accessible way to play this. That's why they added cute little abilities. So I think it's a good thing. And I'm hoping the people that play Valorant can eventually move on to a better game in the future.
I'm doing it. I'm really doing it.
Watch that clip. Wait, what's this Valorant clip? I played so many hours in the beta. Is this a good Valorant clip?
Oh, wait, sorry, wrong ability.
This is the beta, guys. It's a fucking beta. All right, Valorant. I give Valorant a 7 out of 10. The lowest ranking so far. I'm sorry. The finale. Fuck, I forgot Cyberpunk, man. Dude, there's so many good FPS games. You have to give me a break, man. The finale is, I think, CS2. Hot take. Is an amazing game. Only Valve game. I'm sorry. I just think it's a great game. This is just every other Counter-Strike, just way upgraded. I love what they did with smokes. My one criticism of this is, I do wish, however, they changed a little bit more. I think they're too scared to change the winning formula. But cash is still not in the game. Maps are pretty stale, as someone who plays this game every day. There's a huge cheater problem, but the game itself is so f***ing good. Look at the lighting of this. Look at the f***ing lighting. It's a beautiful thing. Like, CSGO looks so ugly now compared to this. It looks very, like, like modern, but still easy to play. This is a better version of Valorant. It's a better version of Valorant, I'll say it. The movement, you move way faster. Like, Valorant, you reach your terminal velocity so fucking fast. Okay. Counter-Strike. That's my list. Most iconic, amazing FPS games. I love them. I love you. Bazinga. If you're upset that one of the games did not make it, maybe we'll do this again.